As you know, Raleigh, North Carolina is famous for its DIY driveway grind boxes. In December, Sierra and I made a bespoke driveway box with our own hands. And so if you're a connoisseur of driveway boxes like we are, you'll want to see how we did this. I'll give you a few slides about how we did the construction and the supplies you need. And then we'll show you a little video that we took while we were actually doing it. Supplies are pretty simple. We bought 6 4-foot long 2x6s at the standard hardware store. We also bought 1 4-foot long 2x4. And then importantly, we bought 1 6-foot long 1.5 inch wide angle iron strip and a bunch of wood screws. To do this, you'll also need some kind of saw, so we used a jigsaw. You can get away with almost any kind of saw. And you'll also need a pretty good drill, because you will have to drill into the angle iron, and that's pretty tough. So if you already have the tools, the saw and the drill, the supplies for this will only cost you about $50. The wood is pretty cheap. The angle iron's about $20. The screws are pretty cheap. So the first thing that we did is we cut 2 of our 4-foot long 2x6s into 4 1-foot long pieces to use as feet and supports. So in total we had 8 1-foot long pieces. And then we laid 4 of the 1-foot pieces out flat on the ground to be feet. And that looks like this. Here they are, the 4. Next, we took 2 of the 4-foot 2x6s and attach them upright to the feet to make the front and back of the box. So this is the top view of how that looks, where you have 2 pieces for the front and the back. Right here. Front, back. Then you take the front and the back and you connect them together with cross pieces for support from the remaining 4 1-foot pieces. So when you do that, it looks like this, where you use the remaining 4 1-foot pieces across like that to connect. Next, you take some of the 4-foot 2x6s and attach them to the top. You do 1, 2 like that. You can kind of see underneath where the structure is from before. And then you take that 1 4-foot long 2x4 that we bought extra to fill out the top, because there's a little bit of extra space on the top you want to fill up, so it's nice and flat. And then the structure of the box is done, but of course the most important part if you want to do grinds is the slidey angle iron. So you need to cut the angle iron to fit the 4-foot long box. So it's 6 foot the way you buy it, so cut it down to 4 feet. For us, we had to cut off 2 feet. And then you drill 2 holes about 1 inch from each end of the angle iron. And you'll definitely want to countersink those holes if you can. So if you have a countersink drill bit, that'll be good. Or you can just use a normal drill bit and kind of wag it around in the hole to make it countersunk. And so then you'll attach the angle iron right here to the top piece. And so if you look at a side view of the box, it looks like this, where the feet are here. The upright front 2x6 is here. There's another 2x6 on top to make the top. And then here's the angle iron with its 2 holes on the end. And you only need 2 holes. It's not really worth it to drill more. Okay, so that's basically how you build the box. One thing that Sierra came up with that we did, especially to get the sticker off of the angle iron, what did we do?
We used grip tape.
Yeah, we used grip tape as sandpaper to sand off the sticker and sand up the angle iron just a little bit. But that's not going to be good enough, even if you sand it pretty good. The most important step, wax it. You cannot do good aggressive skating without tons of wax. So I guess we should include the wax in the supply list, because that's a couple bucks. All right, so we have a video coming up next that shows you how we did all this, and hopefully we'll make it a little more clear And later on, you'll see the awesome tricks we were able to learn on this box.